I have some Jurassic Park Jeeps in the background. You know what that means. I got this today, the Jurassic Park Jeep Hot Wheels San Diego Comic-Con model from Hot Wheels. I got it today in the mail. Today is, I don't know, it's I think August 15th. The Barbie Corvette 4-pack just went on sale on Mattel Creations today, so yeah, let's take a look at this. It has arrived. It actually was just shipped in its outer box, like the, yeah, it was kind of weird. Like it arrived and I'm like, what the heck? Like, because it was a really small box, I didn't think it was it, but here it is. Okay. Am I gonna have to undo the, oh, this slides out. This, I think, slides out. I think, yes, okay. So, this is, I guess, like the outermost, no, there's like an outer box. It's just like a brown box with a bunch of Mattel Creations print all over it. And this is the actual box. Here it is, Jurassic Park 30th anniversary. This is a very interesting box. This is a San Diego Comic-Con model. Oh, you can actually see the model through there. Ooh, it's peeking. It's peeking. I wonder how this comes down. I think you just lifts up. Oh. Oh. What is this? Oh, it's like display pieces of... It's actually not cardboard. It's like a print. I have no clue what any of this means. I've watched like one Jurassic Park movie, so I don't know what any of this is. I don't really care, to be honest, but those are in there, so that's cool. I'm really in it for the car. And here it is. Look at that. There it is. There's the Jeep. Oh, and there's me. You can see me in the glare. Hello, me. And there it is. We're going to be opening this. It looks like it's screwed in. Okay, I'm glad I brought my screwdriver because it is screwed in. This is a weird box. I forget these San Diego Comic-Con models come in very strange boxes. Or they're packaged very differently. Okay. Oh, and there's like this backdrop piece. This is weird. I'm opening it, looking at it. I don't really know what to say because it's just really strange. It's something I haven't really seen before. There are screws on the bottom. Am I going to show you guys me unscrewing a model from the base? No, that's really boring. I'm just going to cut it out and I'll be back. Actually, you know what? While I'm unscrewing this, let me talk about this model a bit as it just dropped. This obviously is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Jurassic Park Jeep. Hot Wheels always does a few exclusives for San Diego Comic-Con every year. A lot of them I'm not interested in. I think the other two this year was like a Racerverse Marvel set, which the Racerverse line is something I'm absolutely not interested in. And then it was like a Star Wars, like ATST walker with a really weird looking Chewbacca on the top. There was this Jeep and I kind of wanted it. Now this is sold out. It sold out a little while ago, but the other two San Diego Comic-Con models are still available, which tells me that these are probably produced in much larger volume this year than last year's, which sold out really fast. But, oh, I just bought my tripod. Oops. Let's try and get that situated. All right, here's the model though. So, this is interesting because Hot Wheels has not done too much Jurassic Park. They did do a Unimog in entertainment last year. They also have a Hot Wheels monster truck. That's a Jurassic Park Jeep. Hot Wheels monster trucks just don't exist in my area, especially since Target has gotten rid of Hot Wheels monster trucks. They're no longer being sold at Target. They got pushed out. But the one I do have here is actually another Jeep. It is the Hot Wheels ID Jeep, and from what I can tell, these are very similar in build. I feel like these castings definitely, I'm going to compare them in a bit. Obviously, they're different, but they definitely share notes. They definitely share notes, and we're going to get into that. But this is from the ID line back in 2019 when ID models were actually pretty easy to come across. So I have this guy. And also for comparison, I brought out the Matchbox Jurassic Park Jeep. And this is actually the same model as this. It's the same number as well. Look at that. These are different castings though. You can tell just by looking at it that this one's more lifted. The bases are different. Everything's all different. So Yeah, this has a plastic piece right here. This is just metal. So, yeah, it's got these 1552 wheels on it in red. Pretty cool. Metal base. Made in Indonesia. Interesting. This is not made in Indonesia. This is made in Malaysia, I think, because it's an ID car. It's got a 10 on the side. Jurassic Park. Little grainy, but you can see it there. There's the front with the license plate and the grille printing and the lights all done up. You have the red around the windshield. Pretty nice. You have the interior, which isn't really detailed, but you do have this figure of, what's the guy's name? Let's look at the box. Dr. Ian Malcolm. I've never seen the Jurassic Park movies. He's actually made of rubber. It's kind of bendy. You can see his arm bends a little bit. But he's rubberized. He's soft plastic. He's chilling in the back here. Not a lot of detail on him, and he is kind of printed in a little dot matrixy. He almost looks like an android. He doesn't look real. And, yeah, pretty cool. Here's the oh, look at the rear tire. The rear tire. Ooh, the rear tires are exactly the same. So I wonder if they really... This, I think, is just a retooled this. I'll do some comparison. But there's the back. Printed in. Check that out. The spare tire printed in. Pretty cool model, I will say. However, this is $30. Which, I don't know. I mean, obviously, you get the special packaging and the special box and all that stuff, the guy in the back, but, I mean, if these were more limited, maybe you could justify the cost, but I've noticed a lot recently, Mattel has been ramping up production numbers. Like, stuff has been taking a long time to sell out because I think they are just producing so much to meet demands that it just takes a while to sell out. It's me from the future. I'm watching the video back and I realized I did not really articulate my thoughts very well. So I thought I'd just clear up some stuff in the last segment. I said this costed $30. That was the base price. But there's a thing called shipping and tax, which for me adds about $10 to the model. So this was about $40 at the end of the day. So take that as you will. Maybe weigh that in whether you think this is worth the cost or not. This is an editor's note within an editor's note because I forgot to mention when I was talking about like shipping and whatnot. I forgot to mention international people. I don't want to make the international crowd feel left out because they have to pay an arm and a leg for shipping, and I feel really bad for them. So if you got this and you're from not the U.S. and you have to pay international shipping, Godspeed you. I pray for you. I hope the best for you. I'm sorry things have to be like this. That's all. And once again, if you're like international, maybe you don't buy RLC stuff because shipping is more than the model itself. I don't know. I want to hear stuff in the comments, maybe, if you care to comment. What do you think about this Jurassic Park Jeep model that we may or may not see again? Probably not because of the figure in the back. That's probably going to be an SDCC exclusive. Back to the jump editor's note. That was actually a third editor's note there because I accidentally said jump cut instead of editor's note. I am having to do a lot of editing and I really don't like it. Secondly, I also talk about how these have these were produced in much higher volumes than last year's San Diego Comic-Con models. That's definitely due to demand. RLC is more popular than ever, and we've seen Hot Wheels ditch the numbering system for RLC cars. They're no longer numbered because there's so many of them. There's not really a point to number them. And it's kind of a pro and a con. It's a double-edged sword because if you make it more limited, more people are going to miss out. You're going to have more angry customers. But if you increase production numbers to meet demand, there's a chance you might overproduce a model, and a model might take a while to sell. Like, look at the Mangusta. Actually, the Mangusta. Where is my Mangusta? It's up here. Say hello to the Mangusta. Actually, the Mangustas. But that green Mangusta is still sitting on the RLC website because they probably made way too many and people just don't really care about it that much. But I don't know. I mean, production is kind of a weird thing with Hot Wheels because we all want to get the models. Everyone wants to get the models. Everyone wants to have a shot at the models. But for some collectors, they like more collectability. They like more valuable stuff. And if the Hot Wheels is just producing a bunch of them, the value is going to go down because there's more in circulation. Obviously, that's more of a, you know, if you like collect for value and collect to, you know, make, you know, get something that might be worth more in the future, something that feels special. I just like to collect. I just like the cars. I don't really care if they're super limited or not, but to some people, they really like the limited factor. So just wanted to clear up some thoughts. I might jump back in the video later and clear up more stuff. I have no clue. It just depends how well I said what I wanted to say earlier in the day, and that's about it. Maybe I'll be back. Maybe I won't. Hopefully I won't. Another thing I want to do is compare the castings because I feel these are definitely shared. Like let me zoom out so I can get a little more of it. Oop, almost dropped it. These definitely share notes. I can already tell. Like, look at the side silhouette. Obviously the top has been redone to add also these, like, those boxes on the back and to remove the railing here. But look at the side, outside of that. Very similar. Also the windshield's a little different. It's less thick. But, like, the side profile is very, very similar. The base is exactly the same, believe it or not. This is actually just the same base. Just one's metal, one's plastic. But the base is the same mold. And that's why the spare tire doesn't match these wheels, because this base is just borrowed from the ID model. Except this is now metal instead of plastic. It's hard to see because this doesn't have any printing on the spare tire, but you can see it is the same mold. So they definitely took notes, definitely took the base right off this model and put it on this, and then just changed the casting a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like this Jurassic Park Jeep? I can't speak about this in the context of someone who's seen the movies because I have not seen the movies at all. So I don't know the lore. I just saw it's a cool Jeep. I've never gotten a San Diego Comic-Con model, and I'm like, why not? And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's solid. I just don't know if it's worth the cost. What do you guys think? Maybe because it's San Diego Comic-Con, it's more limited, kind of justifies the cost. The box is kind of cool. Pretty bulky to display. I don't know if I'll actually keep it in the box. Probably not, because it's just really bulky. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.